Today, I want to have a candid discussion why I believe that the side of opposition will actually earn power for William Samoei Arap Ruto re-election let come 2027. Because I have tried to look the way the opposition leaders are actually behaving, and I have started feeling that if this is the way forward for them, then William Samoei Arap Ruto is actually going to beat them hands down, because at now they are various things that the opposition is actually supposed to do in preparation for 2027 presidential election. But the side of opposition, they are actually just drawing words here and there. And because they don't have a strategy, they don't have a plan on how they are going to defeat William Samoei Arap Ruto. That is why sometimes I feel that what they are doing presently is actually going to disadvantage them let come 2027, and they will find that William Samoei Arap Ruto is back to State House. So that is actually what today I want us to have a critical analysis about. But before we dive in, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it's good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And whenever you subscribe to our YouTube channel, always make sure to smash the bell button, because that is the only way you will give YouTube permission so that you can get notified to watch any political content that we upload into YouTube. And for those ones actually who have subscribed to our YouTube channel and they always keep encouraging us, I say thank you and may God bless you all abundantly. Now let us go back to the discussion why I believe that the opposition is actually handing back power to President William Samoei Arap Ruto let come 2027 if they cannot have a plan, if they cannot have a strategy of actually making William Samoei Arap Ruto to be a one-term president. If you look at the side of opposition, actually which comprises Rigathi Gachagua, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Fred Okengo-Matiang'i, Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, and Natembeya, you can say conclusively that they have the numbers, because if the mountain will be locked, if the forts from Ukambani will be locked, if the forts from Gusii Nyanza will be locked, then I'm very sure that the group from the opposition side is going to start with a lot of votes when it comes to 2027 general election. And it's going to be very easy for them to win. But I am seeing a situation where these people are throwing away that chance they have to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto. Because there's one thing which makes me feel that these leaders will actually make William Samoei Arap Ruto to defeat them hands down. One of the things which makes me to believe so is that they don't understand unity of purpose, because we don't see them as one pack. Because I believe that if these politicians want to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto, they must understand that for them to unseat William Samoei Arap Ruto, they must embrace togetherness. That is the first thing they must do, but which I see they are not doing. Because I have seen Fred Okengo Matiang'i trying to venture into Mount Kenya, but because of Mount Kenya politics, they are not allowing Fred Okengo Matiang'i to actually go to the mountain and to campaign vigorously. And this is making them to lose the unity of purpose. Because by now, if these political leaders have that unity of purpose, they must accept that because we are unified, let everybody go to any corner of the republic and do a proper campaign. Let every person or every political party within our coalition move out the campaign thoroughly. And then after we have campaigned enough, we can come together because we believe in unity and try to look at ourselves. Who is the best among us? And they must conduct what we call a scientific footing, or what they call a scientific research, so that they can see who among us is the person who can actually unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto. But because they are not embracing that unity of purpose, they have started having what we call infighting between themselves. Because if Rigathi comes from Mount Kenya, he feels that he should control the entire Mount Kenya, and nobody should actually come to Mount Kenya without passing through him. And also, it looks the same from the Ukambani side, that nobody will go to campaign the Ukambani side without passing through Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And probably because that has been shown out, Fred Okengo Matiang'i may also feel that nobody should come to campaign in Gusiland, because he feels that if you come to campaign in Gusiland, you must pass through him. So this kind of politics they are actually trying to portray, politics of tribal, it is the one which is going to finish them, because they should run what the agencies did when they were having that uniform, that they don't have a tribe, they are just Kenyans who want things to change. And therefore, the side of opposition should actually emulate from that, so that they can rally themselves as Kenyans of good hope, as Kenyans who want to make sure that William Samoei Ruto is actually going to be sent home. Secondly, because of what we call tribal politics, this group of opposition, it is going to be very easy, probably, for one of them to be drawn out of that group or to be drawn out of that coalition, and that will be the end of them. For example, let me say Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is poached out of that coalition. Then obviously that coalition cannot win against William Samoei Arap Ruto. At the same time, if also Fred Okengo Matiang'i may reach a point and may say, I'm not going to work with this group, I'm going to the parrot, me alone, then it is not going to be very easy for that group to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto. Another thing that this opposition side is doing, which is actually disadvantaging themselves, they're just making noise that William Samoei Arap Ruto is going to be a one-term president. And they are forgetting that for them to actualize that, they must actually have policies which attracts the people of Kenya. They should be telling the people of Kenya that in terms of economy, this is actually what we will do to make the economy work. They should be telling the Kenyans that this is actually what we are going to do to secure our country so that the country can have plenty food. So in terms of agriculture, this is what we will do better than William Samoei Arap Ruto. From the side of education, they should actually be coming with solution. They should say, this framework of William Samoei Ruto is not working. And now we have a framework which will bring up, and this framework will make everything to work. And Kenyans should be able to understand, and they make the Kenyans understand that framework they have in the side of education, how they are going to make sure that education works for all in this nation. Also from the side of healthcare, they should say probably SHA is not working. And because it is not working, because of APCD, now we will come up with a new framework if you elect us. And this framework is going to work efficiently because we will ensure that this is in place, that is also in place for the system to work without any problem. So this side of opposition, they actually lack a vision. They lack having a vision for the Kenya they want us to venture into. Because we cannot venture where the opposition is saying that William Samoei Arap Ruto is a one-term president without them coming up with a proper framework of policies which actually will make us believe that they are taking us to a new Kenya. So, because the opposition side is not doing that, and William Samoei Arap Ruto is trying very hard to make sure that the policy in agriculture has worked, the policy in healthcare is going to work, and probably the policy in education, more so to higher education, is also going to work. And because Kenyans are bright, they might be keeping quiet. And I think the side of opposition is probably excited from the reactions within online. Yeah, online is very important. But sometimes online can actually give you something which is not real. You may feel people reacting APCD, people saying President William Samoei Arap Ruto is going to be a one-term president. Is actually going to be a one-term president. But in the actual sense, people are quiet and they are saying, let them say. And when it will reach to 2027, probably they will vote back William Samoei Arap Ruto. And I think William Samoei Ruto is calculating very nicely, because now William Samoei Arap Ruto is having Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And I am very sure Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, despite many people think that he has become irrelevant in the current politics, is going to shake many people, is going to shock many people, because I feel still Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga as the figure, as a portion in our politics. So if we will stick with William Samoei Arap Ruto up to the end, and if the opposition side remain the same or do the things they are doing the same way as always, then you will find that William Samoei Arap Ruto is actually going to divide them hands down, because I believe that Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has a big influence in Ruo Nyanza, has a big influence in part of Western. And remember, presently, it is actually being seen that the western part of the Republic of Kenya is actually going to be with William Samoei Ruto, because still William Samoei Arap Ruto is with Wetangula, Moses Wetangula. He is also with Musalia Mudavadi. And these two people, or these two individuals, don't underrate them, because I see people saying that we have new youths coming up. We have Edwin Sifuna. We also have this governor of Trans Nzoia coming up, that they may deliver towards the side of opposition. But for me, I want them. Still, the man we call Raila Amolo Odinga, the man we call Musalia Mudavadi, the man we call Hari Hassan Joho, the man we call Moses Masika Wetangula, those people are very dangerous. And if they will stick with William Samoei Arap Ruto and the opposition continue to do the jokes they are doing, then they will find that they have handed over again leadership to William Samoei Arap Ruto, let come 2027. So, if the side of opposition cannot talk in one voice, if the side of opposition cannot leave tribal politics, if the side of opposition cannot have what we call attractive policies to the people of Kenya, and if this side of opposition cannot identify themselves as the people of this nation, as Kenyans, then I'm very sure they will hand over power again to William Samoei Arap Ruto, let come 2027. What is your say about all this? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends, and if your friends are lovers of politics, it's also good to request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you, and may God bless you all abundantly, because you always inspire us to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say thank you until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.